Morning, class 4. How are we guys doing? I hope you all are doing great, good, and taking care of yourselves and being okay and fit and fine and doing all activities, right? So, okay, let's start with English today again. We were on that lesson where it says, yes, the donkey's tears, right? So that will be on page 28. So what we had done in the chapter was we read about it. The donkey was normally drinking water, and what happens in life, we tend to always blame someone else, right? And because of him that happened, because of you this happened, because of yesterday today this happened, because of last month this has gone wrong. So can you say anything about the pandemic? Oh, because China did that, that's why we are having that. Whole world is being affected. We are affected. We don't try to take our or rather accept our own faults, right? Like this corona, which is increasing every day, we are not taking precaution, we are not wearing our masks properly, we are not washing our hands properly. That's why people are getting infected. But at the same time, people have to work, people have to go out, people have to live, people have to survive. What about the people, those who are not able to get even food during this pandemic, and they are really in a very bad condition? People have died, which is at the same time sad. But we should always, even though, however, we should try to not blame others for anything. Instead of, first we should look into our matter. If the animals would have, or the ducks or the swans or the geese, you would have checked and seen that what had happened. So they just wanted to blame, because there's no water. So the king came in, everyone, all the animals came in, and they started shouting. And he told the donkey, "You'll be punished." And the donkey said that I am also here. I was drinking water just somehow to quench my thirst and wet my tongue, but things did not happen my way. So now you're going to be punished, and this is going to be happen. The donkey was very scared, and literally scared, and didn't know what to do. So he started crying, and tears flowed from his eyes freely, constantly. It was he was crying. Now what happened? God saw it from top. God saw from heaven that this is wrong. Whatever is happening is wrong. So I have to save this guy. So with his bow and arrow, he immediately made rain come down. And the pond quickly filled up. All the animals were happy that none of them would have to die from thirst, and the lion decided to spare the donkey's life. Thus, it is believed that a donkey's tears brings rain. This is actually a story. We don't know if it's a myth or a legend or what, we don't know. But yes, if a donkey cries, we do think it's going to rain. But it's raining today as well. So I guess somewhere the donkey must have been crying. And today is Vishwakarma Puja, and I wish you all a happy Vishwakarma Puja, and you have fun. Uh, Enjoy, do your puja, pray to Lord Vishwakarma so that everything becomes fine, great. And at the same time, today we have rains also, and it stopped right now, but it's drizzling. It was quite heavy some 15-20 minutes ago. So this is a folk tale from Nepal. So in Nepal, people believe that if a donkey starts crying, it's going to rain. But actually, the system, or the actual feeling of this poem is trying to say that we should not blame anybody. God is always watching. Try to be good, try to do good things in life. And yes, obviously, we should not, if a cloud comes, it's going to rain. That's the nature. All clouds even don't have rain, but some clouds do have rain. During the rainy season, those clouds which come in, those do have rains. But this is a folk tale. Folk tale is about people who think about something of their own area. Something has happened, a long old story which is said. That's called a folk tale. It is retold by Karna Sakya and Linda Griffith. So this is the story all about it, and you will do the true and false, the appreciations you will do. You'll do these all for homework. This is your job. Okay. I'll discuss about the homework in the later classes once we are all done. You have your exams as well, so you want to compare. You want to do that, and best of luck for that as well. So this is done, and we'll go back to a poem again. That's on Unit 6, and that is written by Eleanor Farjeon. Okay, Farjeon, that is Eleanor Farjeon, 1881-1965, was born in London. Her father was a novelist. She never went to school but was educated at home. She was so popular as a children's writer that there is now an award for children's writing named after her, the Eleanor Farjeon Award. So people who write for children, she was a great writer. She did not go to school, but she studied at home. She got educated at home. So just imagine how disciplined her life was at home also. And this poem is about the quarrel. And quarrel means just to have, if you know the meaning of quarrel, it's which we don't agree with someone. We have an argument, that is called a quarrel type of thing, which takes a quarreling takes a bad, sometimes it goes to a wrong path. It takes a U-turn. You can start fighting, you can start hitting each other. But a quarrel is actually what we decide, is when we are arguing something, we don't agree to someone, or we don't want to listen to somebody, or we reply back in a very bad manner, is called a quarrel. And that's what happens. We are always fighting with our brothers and sisters, friends, we are always quarreling. And we have a quarrel with our parents. Your mother says, do this. I said, no, I won't do it now. Go do that. This happens. You are always quarreling. So which is not good. So have we ever quarreled? Just think about it. So that's all this poem is all about. And it's about a brother and sister who's been just having a small little bit fight, a quarrel. So we are going to read about that in the next video. Okay, so I'll come back in the next video and we'll do that. Okay, I'll give a good explanation.